Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, Sailor Red World here, and today we're going to talk about how Skimmer is not your friend, or Shifter's not your friend. You know, how can something that takes up a lot of time be your friend? Because it was never a friend to us. Sadly, all it did, was take up too much time. You know, and we're not one of those folks out there that wants to hide all the flaws and all the mistakes, that everyone else is worried about. While everybody else is playing around with their film skimming tool of choose, we are already making our film and uploading it. Every film skimming tool that you work with takes up too much time. First, making a beginning or end sheet, oh, well, that's a smooth end. But don't get me started with that because that's the only thing that ever works right. Making a film bright and darker, we played around with that in the past, and either makes a film too bright, brighter than it already is, or makes a film too dark, so it never really does work that well. And then we get to the slight of the whole thing that you would think would work well, but it doesn't. The whole cutting. Either it doesn't cut at all, which the ArcSoft one was broken in that, or it's a hit and miss like the SmallSoft Windows Filmmaker tool that's, no longer a thing anymore. Or it takes too long to fillet a film. Yeah, my insight that one, folks. It takes too long to handle that film into a file. So yeah, I don't want to hear about how Skimmer is your friend, because Skimmer is not our friend and never will be. Yeah, you got that right, Sailor Moon. You always got all these folks out there saying Skimmer is your friend, but it's not. You got all these film, play, and show businesses and sport businesses out there that everything's about, oh, we can't show any mistakes or any flaws, Do we really look like we want to be flawless? No, we're not. We don't want to be flawless, and we don't care about being flawless. And yeah, these tools always take up too much time, or they don't work well at all. Way too many tools, way too many settings, and none of them ever seem to work well. Yeah, you want to make the film brighter? Boom, now the film's so bright. Now the film is more brighter than it already was. Want to make the film darker? Oh yeah, now the film's darker than it was. You want to make a beginning or an end sheet to your film? Yeah, and it never really looked good anyway either. Oh, you want to cut something out, which all these folks out there like to do? Well, that's a hit and miss. Either it doesn't work at all, or it's a hit and miss where it cuts the right thing out or it cuts the wrong thing out. The wrong thing out, so no. And then it takes too long to handle this film to file. So no, I don't want to hear about these film skimming tools are folks' friends, because they're not my friend and never will be. We're not frightened to show the flaws and mistakes of, what happens in our films. We're not hiding things, We're not worried about folks getting bored or anything like that, like a lot of folks are. Worried about their flaws and mistakes being shown. Worried about their onlookers getting bored at watching their films. Well, you're right, Sailor Mars, Sailor Red World. At the end of the day, a lot of folks out there can say Skimmer is their friend. Shit, stop it. But as we know, the truth is, they're not our friend and never will be our friend. But you can keep on believing that if you want to, because you got that right You got that right or freedom to believe it if you want to, even though there is no truth to it. Alright, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.